Well, school may be out for the summer, but there is no time to rest if you're a first-year college football head coach like Joey McGuire at Texas Tech. Hired 7 months ago, and he hasn't stopped running yet. We caught up with McGuire on the recruiting trail this week, a Texas high school Hall of Famer. After turning the Cedar Hill Longhorns into a name brand high school power, Joey McGuire helped resurrect the Baylor program, and now he tries to do the same as a first-time college head coach at Texas Tech.
Man, I've been waiting all my life to do that.
What have the last 7 months been like for you?
Man, it feels like, I mean, the saying is, you know, I feel like I've been drinking out of a water hose. I mean, that's what it is, you know, just it's been fast, furious, which is my pace, which I love. Here's the deal. I'm going to say yes to everything except during spring football. Leave me alone in spring football, I said, but all the way up to the end, let's get in front of every single Red Raider we need to. Let me do spring football, and after that. And so I've been blowing and going nonstop, just trying to make sure the brand's out there and who we are and what we're going to do in Lubbock.
All right, the brand. You mentioned the brand.
Yes.
What is the brand?
The brand, you know, I learned it from Matt Rule. I felt like we had a really great brand at Cedar Hill, and of course it led with TTHL. And so I felt like we defined a style of football, but not near the way Matt Rule defined it. He is a master at defining and simplifying. This is who we are and this is what we do. And so the brand is as simple as we're going to be the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country. And I tell the guys, like, that's in everything you do.
We're the toughest, hardest working, most competitive team in the country.
I look at the 2023 recruiting rankings and I see Notre Dame #1, I see Texas Tech #2.
It's, man, we've got a lot of guys working their tails off. And here's the best thing that I can tell you with us is we recruit to a great university. Like, if you want to play in front of a fan base that is truly passionate. I told my guys the other day, if we play with the passion that our fan base has for this university, we're going to play incredible football. But you're playing like a lot of our guys, they've come to a basketball game. So they've seen 15,000 Red Raiders, and now I say, look, there's 15,000 here. We do what we're supposed to do. There's going to be 60,000 acting like this, and this is the environment.
If you're not on the field, you're yelling for your brothers. You got to be uncommon, because if you think about yourself, you're going to miss the opportunity. It ain't about me. It ain't about you. It's about us.
I saw you at Cedar Hill. I told my Texas Tech friends when they hired you, I said, this guy is going to be the best college football recruiter I've seen since Barry Switzer.
Well, that's a big honor, man. There's two guys that have a lot of juice in recruiting. Barry's
Can you imagine Barry Switzer today with the NIL?
I'll tell you what, he's incredible. The stories I hear, and then my offensive line coach, Louis Oubre, played for him at OU and was an All-American at OU, and just the stories that he would tell me, and you know, one of the biggest compliments I've ever given is Louis. Coach Oubre actually said, you remind me a lot of Coach Switzer because you were so player-oriented. Like, he just loved his players, you know. And two of the best I've ever been around is hearing the stories and seeing Barry, and then, again, one of my dear friends, Mac Brown. I mean, those two guys, the way they recruited, and you know, I'm sure they loved it. I love recruiting. I love that part of my job. I did as an assistant, and you know, I loved it in high school, being a part of all that and seeing all the guys and good friends come in and recruit the players there. And so I think when you love something, then it's easier to pour into, and we've got a great product to recruit to.
You got to believe that. Nobody can stop us but us.
All right, at Cedar Hill, this was a program that when you took over as a head coach, hadn't won a playoff game. You took over at age 32, and over a 13, 14-year period, 3 state championships and a state runner-up 1 year. What is, as you set the culture at Cedar Hill, how much does that translate to what you're doing at Texas Tech?
There's not a lot of difference. If you love kids and you're here for the right reasons, then the difference is instead of answering to a school board, you're answering to a board of regents. The budget's bigger. I do have a secretary at Texas Tech, you know, and she's amazing, and she keeps me going the right direction. But the blueprint is we're taking what we did at Cedar Hill excuse me, we did at Cedar Hill, what I learned from Matt Rule and Dave Aranda, and really combining all that stuff and creating what we're going to do at Texas Tech.
People have asked me, what is he going to look like? I say Coach DeRuyter's a great defensive coordinator. He's going to be incredible. Kit Lee is the guru of all things offense. Kenny Perry's the best special team coach in the world. You know, did I say any of that? No. This is what I said to every single person that asked me about this football team. We're going to play so friggin' hard. We're going to make you so proud that you're a Red Raider by the way we play. By the way we play.
The way we're going to play, the way we're going to practice, and the way we love our players, that is Cedar Hill 100%. Like everything that we did for 14 years there, we're doing that at Texas Tech. And the biggest thing is we're going to love our players. We're going to show them how much we care about them, and we're going to be really honest and transparent and upfront. And I think when you do that, you got a chance to build a real genuine relationship.
Joey McGuire knows no other way to attack this job. He coaches with the same kind of passion he played with when he was an undersized offensive lineman at Crowley High School over 3 decades ago.
So we had a strong side and a quick side offensive line. And I played quick guard. Okay. And so I played linebacker and quick guard. Size? I got to about 205. You know, so that was, I could run.
Okay, you could run.
I could run.
Would you recruit yourself?
I wouldn't recruit myself. I couldn't play at Texas Tech.
Here's what I want you to know. I believe this with all my heart. When I walk through those doors or over there, this is like church to me. This is a sanctuary. No matter what's going on in my life, I can let it go because I'm with my family. I'm doing something I love.
For a kid who grew up in Crowley, and your high school coach for so many years, and then at Baylor, how much do you look at this opportunity at Texas Tech as sort of your calling in life?
Well, 2 things. I carry the Texas High School Coaches Association flag. I know Jeff Traylor does too, but I carry it with great pride that I want what we do at Texas Tech and for the rest of the United States, probably especially Texas, but the rest of the United States, to see what high school coaches can do. And I want to do a good job so other high school coaches can have the opportunity that I've had. And so it's really important to me what we do at Texas Tech for that reason. I mean, I think coaches is a calling, you know, and I really do believe that I'm supposed to be at Texas Tech. I mean, I believe with all my heart. You know, the first thing in my interview, whenever I said the brand, President Skubanek looked right at me and he said, "That is West Texas. Like, they're tough people. There's a chip on their shoulder," and I kind of really gel with that, or kind of like have a chip on my shoulder, and maybe, you know, just kind of more drift that way of that's who I am. And so I think I'm supposed to be there. I know I'm supposed to be a coach. I believe with all my heart that was, you know, born to be a head coach, and now I have this opportunity to do it at the highest level, and I'm not going to let it pass us up to take advantage of what we have, but also the people that come after me that are Texas high school coaches, I want to make sure that they have the opportunity that I have.
What's going to be going through your mind as you go on the field at Jones Stadium in September?
You know, a lot of emotion. You know, I'm a passionate person. I'm very emotional. I'm one of those people that my feet are very firm in the moments. Like I'm Gina Farmer, my athletic director at Cedar Hill that you know. The one thing that when we won it in 06, I think we were both so young in our profession that we didn't appreciate some of the moments, and we told each other we'll never allow each other to do it again. And I learned that really quick after that. And so I'm one of those people that can be in the moment, but I know I'm going to be really excited. We're going to pack the place. It's going to be a 7 p.m. kick, and you know, night games in Jones AT&T is really special. And you know, we're going to be wearing the black helmets and the red jersey and the black pants, and we're going to come out and we're going to play really hard. But I know I'm going to be fired up.
That September schedule for Joey McGuire's Red Raiders. They open with Murray State, then Houston, NC State, and Texas in Lubbock on September 24th.